Hey, this is Larry Osborne here, and we've been talking about preaching for life change. And in this session, I want to talk about something that I think is greatly misunderstood, and there's been a lot of goofy thinking around it. And that is how do we, as it were, reach the lost without losing the saints? Or how do we preach in a way that believers grow and seekers are also reached? And part of the problem is we've misunderstood seekers and we've kind of redefined them. So I want to start with this simple truism. Seekers are seeking. And the moment we forget that, we'll go off into all kinds of really goofy ideas. Seekers are seeking, and they know they don't understand everything, and therefore there's nothing you have to hold back from a genuine seeker, because the Spirit of God is at work in their life, and they are trying to figure things out. What you don't want to do, obviously, is use a ton of big words that they don't understand. You don't want to use them anyway because the Christians in your crowd won't understand those big words, just those who are other teachers and maybe went to Bible school will. So you want to use simple words. You don't want to have kind of you don't want to have us, them kind of languages and approaches to Scripture. But there's nothing that you have to hold back from a seeker, which is why you can actually reach those who are seeking and those who are homeschoolers. You can reach them all. All we have to do is remember this thing I've been saying over and over: seekers are seeking. Now, where does the goofy thinking come in? It comes in this way. We, instead of aiming at seekers, if you take a funnel and say, okay, you've got seekers here, then you got Christians a little smaller, really growing Christians smaller, on fire Christians down at the bottom, a smaller group. Well, what we do is we move up. And instead of aiming at seekers, we try to aim at the uninterested, or maybe even at mockers. And what I found is many times when we care about lost people, that our focus shifts to saying, how will the uninterested respond? How will the mocker respond? But I want to remind you, whether you're an Arminian who thinks that God is the hound of heaven, chasing after people, and they are deciding whether to turn or not, or you're on the Reformed end of the spectrum, and God is irresistibly drawing people to himself, wherever we are, it is the work of the Spirit that causes people to respond spiritually. And a seeker is having the Spirit work in their life. The uninterested is uninterested because either they're calloused or God is not drawing them. But I'll tell you the one thing I know I can't reach them. I can't reach them with my eloquence. I can't reach them with my creativity because they are uninterested. They are hard ground. And mockers, there's no way I can reach them. So the key to reaching the lost without losing the saints is to preach to the saints in clear language that the seekers can understand, and quit worrying about the uninterested. Quit worrying about the mockers. God's got to be at work in their life first. And once he's at work in their life, guess what? They become seekers, and you can reach them. Teaching the word with clarity, with conviction, and God will do his work.